After 2 long years, we all expected it, we all hoped for it, and it finally happened. Kaido's son, Oden's embodiment, best girl, Yamato had joined the crew.
That's hot.
After witnessing the 1v1 clash she had with Kaido, it's safe to assume that post-Wano, the Straw Hat Pirates will have a bounty like no other. These Straw Hats have entered the top 3. I'm talking in leagues with the Red Hair Pirates, Big Mom, and the Beast Pirates. Only other formidable group I can see that poses a threat is the Blackbeard Pirates, whose total bounty still has yet to be revealed. But with this, we have entered the end game. On top of the revelation of Luffy's new crew member, we have finally witnessed Momonosuke's transformation from a boy to a man, and gosh dang, Go Oda didn't hold back. Momonosuke just became the chattest 9-year-old in history. Welcome back everyone, it's Steve! Chapter 1051 starts with the continuation of Momonosuke's epic entrance, bringing everyone to the capital of Wano. Him appearing in his dragon form gave the locals a fright, thinking it's Kaido. The people begin to react, whilst others explains that there is no need to flee, as this dragon is not Kaido. I mean, if it wasn't like obvious, one is blue, one is pink, but come on, you know, who's thinking about colors? You don't see that shit, right? However, everyone is still extremely confused. I mean, can't really blame them. Kumarasaki was supposed to be dead. Kyoshiro is not even called Kyoshiro. And now, there is another massive dragon! But hey, everything is about to be explained as we see a silhouette appearing next to Denjiro and Hiyori, asking himself whether people will even recognize them. It's of course revealed to be Kinemon doing Oden's trademark pose. Well, this made things even more confusing for the people. I mean, he too was supposed to be dead. As the citizens of Wano are in disbelief, the remainders of the Akazaya Nine's silhouette also appears. The people of Wano starts to piece things together, realizing that something monumental is about to happen. The 9 red scabbards are revealed in all their glory. Everybody at this point finally realizes that the prophecy Toki told was true, and they have indeed returned 20 years later. Some are even crying, realizing that this can only mean that the tyrannical rule of Kaido and Orochi must have been put to an end. The transponder snail begins to activate, relaying this scene to all of Wano. As everything is being broadcasted, we move to different locations around, where it's confirmed that the fighting was so intense that everyone felt it. In chapter 1050, after Kaido and Big Mom fell deep into the earth, it triggered an underwater volcanic eruption. Either that or Luffy punch sent shockwaves throughout the country. This shit was so powerful that all of Wano felt some sort of earthquake. Familiar places in Wano are shown, first being Ringo to Hakumai, Kibi, and then Kuri, which was ruled by the Chad himself, Kozuki Oden in the past. It being a beautiful location, now the opposite. A wasteland like Kibi. The next location shown is Udon within the prison. The final location is Ibisu town. But you're probably wondering, why am I going over all of these locations? And most importantly, why is Oda? Well, he's doing this to show the readers all of the meaningful locations in Wano that have motivated everyone to go against Kaido and Orochi. And the people of these towns are finally going to learn that their hell has ended and they are finally liberated. As this news is being broadcasted, we then cut to our gang with the Straw Hats finally meeting Yamato. It seems it's going as well as when Luffy met her for the first time, with them being shocked that she is Kaido's son and even thinking that the war may not be over. Yamato quickly explains that she is not their enemy. She in fact has been following the Straw Hats for years in the news, most likely from the very start when Luffy was given his first wanted poster, since Yamato had already met Ace by then and learnt about his younger brother Luffy. Yamato's interaction with the crew is actually pretty down to earth and funny. She comments on how weird the entire crew looks in person, which is pointed to be extremely ironic given that she is literally an Oni with horns, which means she'd fit right in. Yamato then takes this opportunity opportunity to announce that she is joining the Straw Hats.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
I told ya, didn't I? For years since her introduction, there was too much foreshadowing. But seriously, I know we all predicted it, but it actually materializing gives another feeling altogether. She introduces herself as Odin, but tells the crew to call her Yamato. The very child of an emperor has joined the Straw Hats, and let's be honest, there is no better option for the next member. Yeah, anyways, with that said, we all wanted Momonosuke to continue his journey with the crew. However, Wano and Momonosuke's journey is literally a parallel to Alabasta and Vivi's own pursuit for liberation and freedom we saw before the time skip. No doubt Momo is part of the Straw Hats just as much as any other member. That is exactly how we felt about Vivi, but both of them had to stay to reign over their country, ushering it into the new age of dawn. Even though Momonosuke is still at the mental age of 8. He has experienced things far greater than most humans do in their entirety of living. The fact that Oda added a narrator's block with the statement and prediction of Momo being one of Wano's greatest shoguns solidifies his importance of staying behind. I've been saying this for a while, but after Luffy gets to Laugh Tale, the story will continue for him to complete the promise Joy Boy made 800 years ago. This will involve the unification of the world and disbandment of the current world government with the Celestial Dragons. Marijois and the Red Line will be destroyed, along with Fishman Island, which is directly below it. But after the world government is toppled, a new one has to be formed. Oda is foreshadowing how Luffy is weaving this path, this outcome in his journey. Every kingdom he has liberated will unify and form the truest version of what a world government should be. This means no slavery, no nobles, hierarchy, racism, and most importantly, no oppression of freedom. Momonosuke is needed in Wano to achieve this, likewise with Vivi in Alabasta, Princess Shirahoshi in Fishman Island, Viola and Rebecca in Dressrosa, and so on and so forth. Every one of them plays a part in the ending of One Piece. On that note, the producer of One Piece came out and said he was told the ending of it by Oda and was quoted to say that Oda plans to make the ending even sadder and emotional than Ace's death. Whatever takes place at the end of One Piece will definitely incur some sacrifices. But coming back to Yamato joining the Straw Hats, it's actually pretty poetic and gives us a full circles of the story Oda is telling. This is shown through the wording she uses. I'll be sailing with you from now on, not joining but sailing. This plays a parallel to Odin when he was begging Whitebeard. At this point, Yamato's dreams are a reflection of Odin's, as he wanted to be free and explore the world and seas, but had to cut that journey short due to Wano being a wasteland under Kaido and Orochi's control, even being too early to see the dawn of the world. But now, Yamato can be the vessel for his dreams. She can find the One Piece alongside Luffy and understand its true meanings, sailing the world to learn all its mysteries, much like Odin deeply desired. She now has no ties binding her to Wano. Her father is gone. Momonosuke has more than enough help and is more than capable of taking the role of Shogun, which gives her the confidence to proclaim so boldly that she is sailing with the Straw Hats. However, it doesn't just stop there, as her sailing the sea with Luffy could be an adventure of self-discovery. Throughout this raid, Yamato perhaps learnt about herself and who she is without no shackles. Think about it. Yamato's entire life, she has been spent locked away on Wano, and although she has read about the outside world, she has no idea on what it may entail for her personally. Yamato commenting on the Straw Hats' appearance that is much more striking in person also rings true for the entire Grand Line. She adopted the identity of Kozuki Oden to hide away from her own identity as Kaido's daughter or son, so perhaps being on this journey will allow her to discover not only the One Piece but her true self. Either way, with Yamato's addition to the Straw Hats, Hats, along with Jinbei. Yes, Jinbei officially joined during the raid, guys, so we haven't fully processed it, but he is officially part of the Straw Hats. The Straw Hats bounty will now exceed the likes of the Red Hair Pirates and even the likes of Roger. We have a video coming out very soon dissecting this thoroughly. Remember guys, the CP0 member witnessed pretty much everything that happened. Luffy defeating Kaido, Zoro with King, Sanji with his new Germa powers and him slapping up a queen, and come on, even the others and their amazing victories. But Jinbei defeated a previous CP0 member, Who's Who, and Yamato went head to toe with her father Kaido. These two alone will add a tremendous value to the team. Now before we can officially say Yamato is a Straw Hat, Jinbei shuts her down and, well, you know, like postpones it as he tells her nothing is decided until the captain says it. But we all know how that's gonna turn out.
On that note, we move to an unconscious Luffy who is needing blood likely given to him from Jinbei, and Zoro is still out cold. These two, captain and vice captain, being shown on the ground foreshadows their upcoming power up from what they went through. It's safe to say that Luffy and Zoro just became the strongest duo in the entire series. Otama then explains to us that her devil fruit power only lasts for a month. After that, the dongos stop working and the animals, or the gifters in this case, gain back their free will. However, she says that some animals choose to stay alongside her even without the dango effects. Tama seems to be elated to have so many new friends, as other than Ace, who came to Wano years ago, she was quite lonely with only Hitetsu as her closest family. However, now she is the 1000 Beast Tama. She hugs Speed, who risked her life at the start of Wano to protect Tama against Kaido's Boro breath. She sees the horse girl in the same light as her mother. However, Tama doesn't want Speed to stay as her servant through the dango abilities, but wants to be together by choice. The focus moves from Tama and Yamato to the TV screen where the Scabbards and Hiyori are kneeling before someone. As we are seeing things through Usopp, Nami, and Tama's perspective, they do not know who the Giga Chad is as the smoke clears. He says, no, he proclaims,
"It has been 20 long years since my father died."
Upon hearing those words, everyone gasps in shock as the identity of this man becomes clearer. You have done exceptionally well to have survived this protracted winter. Starting tomorrow, the freedoms of the Fire Festival will last forever. Everyone will have free clean water. The toxic factories will be no more. Slavery will not exist in Wano anymore. These declarations, which the people of Wano have been longing to hear for 20 years, ring like music. Otama, through whom we witnessed the cruelty of Wano firsthand, where she fell ill by drinking toxic water because the hunger hurt too much. As she figures out that it might be Momonosuke talking, her memories of the past flood her emotions, reminding us, the audience, how so many died working in the weapons factories, including Tama's parents. The adults decide to tell Tama the truth about her parents' death, exposing her to the harsh reality of their world, taking away her innocence. This comes full circle to the present, with Tama having to survive on her own now. She was forced to sacrifice her childhood to weave and sell hats in a place where people barely have enough money to afford water. How the hell are they gonna buy hats, bruh? The childhood care she lost can now be claimed through Speed, with whom she calls mother, and all the friends she has made along this journey. However, Hitetsu finds her and buys one of her hats. He gives her money to survive, but most importantly tells her that she will only have to struggle a few more years, as the Kozuki clan's warriors will return and save Wano from the Onis. This gives Tama strength, inverting the grin hopelessness to a giant smile. The memories of Luffy's promise of turning Wano into a place where Tama can eat all she wants every day overwhelm her even more, while Momo continues his speech. I met powerful friends on my journey, and together our ninja pirate mink samurai alliance raided Onigashima. Kaido, Orochi, and the beast pirates that have kept you living in fear have all been vanquished. The whole of Wano is then seen cheering when Momonosuke runs out of things to say. Kinemon, being the experienced retainer of Kozuki Oden for decades, gives the best advice that comes to his mind. Fake it till you make it.
You serious?
But fear not, because Luffy's words come in clutch, giving Momo the extra push he needed. With the confidence he gained from landing Onigashima safely, practically saving everyone in the flower capital plus people on the island, he proudly tells everyone the name he was given by his father, meaning second to none. He swears to live up to it by turning Wano into a paradise once again by harnessing the strength from the people. Wano will be led by him, Kozuki Momonosuke. Momo's journey to become a man, or in this case, a true shogun, started with Hoki sending him to the future while reciting the prophetic poem to the end of Wano's 20-year night. The end of this journey, or rather the beginning of Wano's dawn with Momonosuke's rule, begins with another prophetic poem. Sakura petals dance in the future sky, while warriors can finally rest their blades. A man 8 years of age surveys their progress as they drift in the night air of the renowned land of samurai. He may lack physical strength, but he compensates with his devotion to duty and boundless compassion. This man will one day be known far and wide as one of Wano's greatest leaders. We have just borne witness to the birth of the great shogun Kozuki Momonosuke. Now this poem confirms the end of Kaido. He ain't coming back, alright? Momo has become the shogun. He has declared water, food, and freedom for everyone. There's no way Big Mom and Kaido will get back up and try to ruin this moment, because if they do, I'm about to go inside One Piece and throw some hands. You all should join me. But anyway, something interesting in this poem is the mention of the Sakura petals in the future sky. Sakura in One Piece represents hope and freedom from oppression, as we saw with Hiruluk in Drum Island, where his cherry blossom medicine was the cure to people's hearts riddled with oppression. The cherry blossoms were freeing the people from their worries, illness, and pain, even if the medicine wasn't actually a medicine. Just like how Hitetsu's words gave Otama the strength to keep fighting. The Sakura petals dancing in the future sky could be a reference to liberation flowing through not just Wano right now, but the entire world. Maybe Drum Island, which is a winter island, will see cherry blossoms bloom after Luffy and the gang, being the strongest pirate crew ever, destroy the Red Line, altering the weather systems of the world. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to check out our analysis of Blackbeard and how he has 3 heads. And we basically confirm how he can eat multiple devil fruits. Go check that out.